Hey guys! So I'm filming this in my balcony right now. Very messy hair. I'm probably looking like a hot mess, but it's actually perfect for this video. You know that feeling, right? When you're watching someone's morning routines video, are they journaling in a cute cafe, wearing the perfectly coordinated outfit, and their coffee look like it's belonged in a magazine. And meanwhile, you're in day old PJs, dry shampoo, doing heavy lifting, and wondering why these people make every single moment look like art. But here is where the story gets interesting. This isn't going to be one of those just woke up at 5 a.m. because let's be real, we all tried that. And we all know it's not that simple. So let me take you back to last October. I was literally in the deepest rust of my life. My routine was basically wake up, scroll on phone, work, scroll some more, sleep, and repeat. I was watching everyone else's highlights reel while my own feel like it was on pause. And then something kind of weird happened. I was watching this old movie, Don't Judge Me. It's Julie and Julia. And there's this scene where Julie decides to make every recipe in Julia Cook's book in a year. And then it hit me. Like, she took this completely normal life and turned it into something extraordinary. Not by doing extraordinary things, but by choosing to see her normal life differently. So I started small, like embarrassingly small. You know, my morning tea. So instead of scrolling while drinking is half cold, like I started these things called main character tea moments. I know it's so cringe, but hear me out. Like I would put my phone away, sit by the balcony, and just be present. Like sometimes I would people watch and make up stories where they were going. And sometimes I would journal. Sometimes I would just sit there and pretend I'm in the movie scenes. And then something weird started happening. I began to look forward to these little moments. I started dressing up because it makes me feel good. Not for Instagram, not for anyone, just for me. Like I would put on my favorite playlist and turn my walk to the grocery store into my personal music video. And the craziest part is my life doesn't change very much. I still work in the same freelancing job. I still have lazy days. I still binge watch Netflix sometimes. The difference is how I experience it all. So now let's talk about why this actually works. Because I did a deep dive into the psychology of this. Yes, I'm a nerd like that. So first thing is called the RAS. It's the reticular activating system. So remember when you learned about some new word and suddenly you started seeing it everywhere? So that is your RAS at work. When you start actively looking for beautiful moments in your life, your brain will literally start noticing them more. And the second is gratitude effect. Like there's this wild study that I found that show people who practice intentional gratitude, basically what we are doing when we romanticize our life, we have significantly higher level of happiness hormones. Like your brain can't literally tell the difference between a perfect life and the life you choose to see as perfect. Okay, so now let's get to the actual how part, because I know that is what you're here for. And I promise these aren't going to be those impossible Instagram perfect tips that make you feel worse about yourself. So first up, let's talk about mornings. But wait, don't click away. This isn't about waking up at 5 a.m. My first tip is actually about finding your golden hour. For me, it's 9 a.m. Yeah, it's not very aesthetic, I know, but it's real. So what changed my morning is, so instead of reaching out to my phone, I reach to my journal. Sounds fancy, right? Well, it's literally just a notebook where I write 3 things that I'm looking forward to that day. And some days, one of those things is just the nap I'm going to take later. So being your own main character doesn't mean that you have to be perfect. So let's talk about the elephant in the room. Those days where you just can't. You know, the ones when your hair is a mess, nothing fits right, and the last thing you want to do is to romanticize anything. Like last week, I woke up feeling really bad, with no energy. So past me would have stayed in bed, scrolling until I feel even worse. But instead, I decided to romanticize being a mess. So I put on my comfiest sweater, make some hot tea, and pretended I was in one of those coming of age movies where the main character has some breakdown. And you know what? It actually helped. And my favorite part about this is turning mundane moments into movie scenes. And no, you don't need expensive clothes or perfect makeup for this. Remember how I mentioned my grocery store walks? Here is my actual routine. So the first one is put on your main character playlist. I put it on my Spotify. And the second step is notice 3 beautiful things on your way, even if it's just someone's cute dog. And third is walk at your own pace. Walking slow is totally fine. And the bonus points is if it's raining. It's like instant main character vibes. Some of you might add, but what about work? Because let's be real, not everything can be aesthetics all the time. So for this, I started treating my workspace like it was in a movie about someone who tried to figuring it all out. You know those scenes where they're working on a laptop in some cafe and looking thoughtful. That's the vibe. Even when I'm just answering emails, I pretend I'm in the montage scenes of my life's movie. And let's get a little bit deeper for a minute. Because this isn't just about making things look pretty, but it's actually about enjoying your life more. So the biggest change I've noticed isn't even visible on my Instagram post, but it's in how I talk to myself. Instead of, oh, I have to go to the gym, it's become, this is my character development arc. Sounds silly, but it works. And some real changes I've noticed for myself is that I take more pictures, not for social media, but for myself. And I've started appreciating rainy days, and before that I don't really like rain, but now they are not gloomy anymore. They are atmospheric, and I actually enjoy my own company now, and everything I have done feel like a movie moment, and even failures feel more like plot twists than dead ends. And you know, this isn't about creating a perfect life, it's about appreciating the life that you have, messy parts and all. And some days being main characters means crying in your car to Taylor Swift, and that's okay. That is part of your story too. So here's my challenge to you. Start with one thing, just one tiny moment tomorrow. Maybe it's in your morning coffee, maybe it's in your commute, maybe it's just the way the sunlight hits your desk at work. Just one tiny moment tomorrow that you would choose to see differently. So drop a comment below and tell me what your first main character moment will be. And if you want to see how I structure my days, to include more of these moments, let me know. I might make a part 2 showing my actual daily routine, unfiltered. And just remember that you're already the main character of your own story. You just need to start seeing in that ways. So thank you for watching my video, and see you in the next one. Bye!